Welcome back to another edition of the Pagcast. I'm your host, Michael Pagani, joined alongside Youngstown Phantoms forward Adam Ingram. Adam, welcome to the Pagcast. Thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
How has being back in the arena with fans this season brought a sense of normalcy back into your life?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Last year I only ended up playing 8 games, so it was pretty tough, but it's great to have fans in the building this year and play in front of them. Yeah.
We certainly did miss them, whether you were playing or watching, on TV, having fans in the building because of the atmosphere that they bring.
Yeah, for sure. Last game we played against Cedar Rapids, it was our military night, and we had one of our better crowds there, and was lucky enough to score a goal. So it was pretty exciting.
Speaking of that time when, that was back in March 2020, really when this pandemic first started, what did you do during that time? Because that would have been such an extended off season for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much just stay at home, work out, shoot some pucks in the backyard, day after day. So there wasn't really much to do, but I got through it pretty easily in the end.
How did the pandemic end up affecting you mentally or physically, or whether it was both?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was really tough not having a season last year and being locked up, but we got to go on the outdoor rink, and I mean, being from Winnipeg, that's stuff we do all winter, and it's something I look forward to every day. So that kept me busy for a lot of the time. And then when I was home, I was working out most of the time.
Well, those winters in Winnipeg can be very cold.
Oh yeah, a little bit too cold sometimes with the wind, but never too cold to go to the outdoor rink. So
100%, and I hope to rip some ODR action with my fellas here sometime soon, because I know a lot of Canadians love going on the outdoor rink.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's something I look forward to every winter. Fortunately, not this winter. I did get on there a few times during the break, but not as many as I would have liked to.
Getting into your story a bit here, was there a player growing up who you wanted to model your game after?
I'd say growing up, my favorite player had to have been Sidney Crosby. He was really, really great player, especially, I mean, he's still a great player, but really, really good when I was growing up. And I was always a Penguins fan, and he's someone I looked up to and still look up to. And I mean, he's still doing it to this day, and it's really impressive. So yeah, I'd probably go with him, or another guy I really like is Patrick Kane. I'm a Blackhawks fan as well a little bit. Yeah, I just love the way he thinks the game and shoots the puck and his thought process.
First, on that Sidney Crosby, I guess, player kind of resemblance there, it is kind of insane that, the Penguins are, I think, second in the Metro. I could be wrong there, but, they seem to be like a cup contending team. They just got Evgeny Malkin back. And then on that second point with Patrick Kane, like his vision on the ice is otherworldly. Like, I don't think there's ever been a player who's had that sick of a vision to notice where his teammates are on the ice. Like, it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh's looking really scary this year, and I mean, the Blackhawks aren't looking as good right now, but I could see them getting better as the season goes on. And I mean, this might be one of their last years to make a push, so I'd like to see one come.
You always want to see the players that you grow up with, kind of end on a success story. As for me, right, like being a Habs fan, obviously Carey Price, the whole franchise icon there, looks to be, because the Habs are going to be going down a rebuild, in my opinion. So it looks like they would be better off trading him. But, it just, you want to see the success when, your favorite player growing up, you're watching their whole career, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, if I could see someone win a cup right now, it'd be Winnipeg, because I'm from there. And I think it was 2018 when they had that run where they lost. I think it was against
it was Vegas.
Yeah, that was it was pretty wild there, and I'd love to see another one like that.
Have you been to any Jets games?
Yeah, I had season tickets growing up. We'd split them out, so I'd probably go to 12 games a year, and it was always a blast. Get some popcorn and spend some time with my family. So I'm missing that as well this year, but yeah, I can still watch them on TV.
Getting into your career here, you started out with the Winnipeg Hawks, your U17 AAA team. You had 64 points in 35 games. What's it like being the go-to guy for goal scoring on your team?
Yeah, well, I mean, that would have been my U17 year. I got cut actually from the U18 team, so that was the last cut, and I was a little bit hurt and broken by that. But I mean, it was probably for the best that I got cut that year, and I got a lot of ice time. I played a lot, and I had a really good coach, and he put me out there in those situations where I need to be out there and get comfortable in. And yeah, I think it took me to the next level. And then when I went into U18 next year, I was ready to go.
I really like that point you brought up because it's almost like you use that cut from the U18 to kind of better yourself. You kind of use it as positive news rather than, obviously it's negative news when you first hear about it, but you come out blazing, you have a great season. It's almost like you used it more so positively than negatively.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously it's gonna hurt for a little bit. Like you want to make the team, but if I would have made that team, I probably would have been a fourth line guy or 11th, 12th forward. Where in the U17, I was first line, first power play. I was playing PK, and I was on the ice 25 minutes a night. So I think in the end, it worked out really well.
During that, U17 season there, you did get called up to appear in one game for that U18 team. How did that experience help you since you would join them the next season?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game. Had a few chances, didn't score, but so I kind of got the feel for what yeah, I'd be playing like next year, and I think it helped out a little bit.
You were a point of game player in your U18 year. How important is it for you to keep up with that pace?
I mean, I just have a few things that I try to do every game. Like I try and get 5 shots on net, and I try and get 3 finished checks and a couple steals each game. And if I do that, I should hopefully score one, or I'll consider that a pretty good game for me.
I really like your personal goals there and how you kind of want to, I guess, attain them each game, how you kind of have those goals set out.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like setting small goals for each game, and they'll be different each game. And I feel like they just and I focus on those things. And if I do those things, I'll be pretty happy.
I guess one of the goals as a team that season was to make the playoffs, and you guys did. You appeared in 4 games there, having 6 points. But could you speak to the atmosphere that you played in during those playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good team that year. I think almost every guy in that team has moved on to junior now. So we had a good team, and unfortunately we lost that series. But I mean, me and my line mate were on fire that series, and we were pretty disappointed to lose that. But really wish I could have won that series. But I mean, COVID happened, and it shut the season down. So technically we didn't lose.
Are you a player that lives off the type of playoff crowds?
Yeah, I love the playoffs. It's my favorite time of the year. It's when the goals matter the most. Everything matters. Everything matters. I love the feeling of going to the rink in the playoffs and being around the guys, and everyone's there for each other, and you're just playing for the team.
Leave it all out on the ice, right?
Yeah, for sure.
During the pandemic season, so the 2020-2021 year there, you played one season with the Selkirk Steelers. I'm going to give you some context here because in Ontario, everything was shut down. So really any players, prospects, whatever, didn't really have a chance to fully develop their game. How fortunate were you to get a spot since, the context that I was given, since most arenas were closed here?
Yeah, well, I mean, we played a few games. It was good to play those games because it really helped me out for this season coming up. Like I wasn't sure how the jump was going to be the junior. Thought I made it pretty well last year, and overall it was a little bit more heading and a little bit more physical, and the speed and skill as well. So I mean, everything was a level up. But yeah, I got into it pretty quickly, and yeah, it was some leagues didn't even play, so I was thrilled to be able to play some games.
How did you end up signing with the Youngstown Phantoms? Like, what's the whole story behind that?
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure what was going to happen in Canada this year with the lockdown and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't want to risk missing another season of hockey. But so I kind of reached out to a few teams, and Youngstown ended up drafting me in the 11th round. So I came out to their camp in June, and I had a good camp there. And so I came to their main camp in I got here August 29th, and I worked out well, so no complaints with that.
I gotta say, you are a smart man for choosing the USHL then because of it. Because obviously, one of the main driving factors behind that was the uncertainty given the whole lockdown situation. So, hats off to you for going ahead with the decision.
Yeah, I mean, another reason was I felt like the college route was the way for me. Being a late grower, and I'm still growing, so I still have some weight to put on. And I also want an education, and that's something I've always had. It's always been a priority for me, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Coming into the USHL as a rookie, what were some of the things that you heard about the league?
Yeah, well, I one of my best buddies played on Chicago last year and won a Clark Cup with them. So he told me a little bit about the league. He actually signed in Portland this year, and so he's taking the WHL path now. But yeah, it's really speedy league, and high skill and high smarts, and I think it fits my game really well. So I couldn't be more happy with the decision to come out here.
Well, this season you have 35 points in 26 games. What can the Phantoms do to make sure that we see them in the Clark Cup finals?
Yeah, I mean, we struggled a little bit off the start of the year, but as the seasons went on, we've been getting better every day in practice, and we have a great coaching staff behind us as well that's been working with us. And yeah, I mean, we've been getting better, and I think we're on a 3-game win streak right now, and we're feeling confident with our everyone around us, and we can trust any guy on the ice in those situations. We were down 9 guys last weekend, and managed to win both games. So we're feeling confident right now, I'd say.
What an impressive performance that must have been.
Yeah, I mean, some guys that were out were really key players in our lineup, and we had some guys that haven't had as much opportunity come in and step up. And yeah, it was a really good confidence booster for the guys.
The team is 12, 11, and 5 from the last time I checked. What were some of the struggles up to this point, and how has the team overcome those struggles?
Yeah, I mean, at the start of the year, I think that we had the group of guys that we wanted, but it just wasn't clicking. And I think it's starting to click now. And when we're clicking as a team, we're pretty dangerous. And I think teams are going to start to realize that as we continue throughout the season.
The Chicago Steel are always one of the top teams in the league. Do you look forward to playing them to kind of use it as a measuring stick?
Yeah, I mean, we beat them on Saturday, so that was a big win for the guys. Our game on Friday got canceled, so we played one game this weekend, and it was good to have a bus trip home coming away with a win.
You mentioned that you played the game Saturday, canceled Friday. How do you deal with the uncertainty going forward, knowing that you play one game, you give it your all, and then it's basically you're uncertain, you're not sure if you're going to play the next game. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. I'm used to it now. Whole season was canceled last year, so I mean, one game is better than 0 in a weekend. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Your teammate Jaden Grant, who has 3 seasons in the USHL, how has his veteran presence helped you get comfortable with the league?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been on my line since the start of the year, pretty much, and it's been a really great line mate, and he has a captain on our team as well, and obviously he's a really good player as well, and if I need anything, he's always there for any of the guys, and yeah, he's been a great line mate as well, and we've clicked since the start, and yeah.
How important is it developing that chemistry, like you mentioned, since you guys clicked right from the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's not very often you see 2 guys click right off the bat, especially coming in, never seen him before, and yeah, it's pretty rare. So it was good, and yeah, it's been working. So hopefully keep it going.
In the near future, you're going to hear your name get called at the NHL draft. How has this season helped you prepare for that?
Yeah, well, there's no guarantee, obviously, but I'm hoping for that. I've been off to a hot start this season, and all the guys around me, I get some credit as well to that. They've been really key factors to my success this season, and I just got to keep it going. And yeah, I'm excited for the future.
Shane Lachance, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sorry. For example, your teammate there, he's gone drafted before. Have you looked up to him or asked him about any tips on how to deal with the stress that comes with it?
Yeah, well, he's one of my best buddies on the team. I sit beside him in the locker room. So I actually don't really feel any stress. I feel excited. I feel like it's an opportunity, and I'm excited to see what I can do. And I'm just excited about, and I just want to see what I can make of it.
I think one of the more important things that you mentioned there is really you're playing a stress-free hockey, and I think a lot of prospects leading up to the draft, they do kind of feel the stress weighing on them, so they're kind of holding that stick a little bit tighter than they should. And it's really good to hear that you're not really dealing with any stress; it's just excitement.
Yeah, obviously I can be a little bit nervous at times. Like everyone's going to be a little bit nervous, but I just go out there and I try to play like I can. If I do that, I'm going to be excited and I'm going to be having fun. That's what I want.
You did commit to St. Cloud State to continue your future hockey career. How did you end up coming to that decision?
Yeah, well, they were talking to me after my season last year got canceled in around, I'd say, November, and I went to the Phantoms camp in June, and after that, I went for a visit, and they offered me, and I ended up committing 2 weeks later. I thought it was a pretty easy decision. I had a few other offers, but just the connection I had with the coaches, and it's closer to home as well, and there's so many valid reasons I had for going there. And yeah, overall, it's a great hockey program, and I couldn't be more thrilled with my decision.
Have you been paying attention to how St. Cloud has been doing this season?
Yeah, I have.
Continuing on, like with the season there, with this season, I should say, what's your favorite arena to travel to?
This so far, I think Green Bay. They have a really nice arena. I always look forward to going there. I think we're going out there in 2 or 3 weeks, so I'll look forward to that.
And how about on the flip side? Like, what's one arena that you dread traveling to?
I don't know. I think all the arenas in this league are really nice. I don't really have any complaints, but I don't like Madison's goal song after they score, so I'm gonna go with Madison.
That's actually the best, because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you would agree with me saying that you would hate every goal song in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
Except for your team, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
As we're finishing off this interview here, do you have any advice for younger hockey players?
Yeah, one thing I'd definitely say is just always believe in yourself, and just keep working hard, and you'll find some success.
Well, I'd like to thank again Adam Ingram for joining me on today's Pagcast. Thank you again, Adam.
Thank you.